This is to help you solve a system of equations by using the substitution method. So the substitution method says first to choose one equation and solve for a variable, and that variable is your choice. If we look at the equations, typically a variable with a coefficient of 1 is a good candidate to use for this. So if I look at these two, honestly, either one of these is perfectly fine to use to solve for a particular variable. We can use this first one to do that. So the benefit of using this first one is when I move this over, the y becomes positive. That's not going to matter much, but it may help us out just to not have so many negatives to deal with. So let's take this first equation, x minus y equals -6, and just solve for x. Again, it doesn't matter. You can solve for y there if you want to. Just pick one and go with it. So we're adding y on both sides. So I've got x equals y minus 6. Okay, so I've got this equation. The next thing that I need to do is to substitute, to plug in. So plug in this answer into the other equation. And this is very important. Do not plug it into the same equation. That will not work for you. Trust me on that one. Okay? You need to plug it into the other equation. So we're going to, the reason it's called substitution is because we're substituting this x equals y minus 6 into the other equation. So my other equation is x plus y equals 4. And I know now that x is y minus 6. So right here where x is, I'm going to put y minus 6 for that x. Then plus y equals 4. So now I want to solve for y. So I've got y plus y is 2y minus 6 equals 4. And add 6. 2y equals 10. Divide by 2. Y equals 5. Okay. Now, I have the y value. There are lots of different options you have now. You can plug it in to here, this first equation, and find x. You can plug it into the second equation and find x. And you can certainly plug it in right here. So I'm going to plug it in here, but it does not matter. Once you find one of those variables, then you can choose any of these other equations to plug it into. You just need to pick one. So y equals 5. I'm going to put it in right there. I've got x equals 5 minus 6. 5 minus 6 is -1. So if you have already looked at some other videos or other problems where you are solving this graphically, then this would be an example of where these two graphs would intersect. And so again, they intersect at an ordered pair at a point. So because we have an x and a y, we want to write this as an ordered pair solution. So our solution is -1, 5. Just be very careful that you put those in the correct order, the x, y order. So that was the method substitution for solving a system of equations.